Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I'm merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, Two of Swords. We're trying to find our way forward, not by using logic. We're not trying to weigh the options here. We're trying to feel our way through. Okay, the Two of Swords is about, choice. Maybe there's a crossroads for you, but we're not doing the pros and cons. We're not just trying to reason or intellectually discover the right path. We're trying to feel it, right? There's that crescent moon at the top. It's a lunar energy that we're trying to invoke. Okay, so let's see what this decision is all about. What are we trying to uncover? What are we trying to figure out here? Well, maybe a way out of the darkness. There's the Seven of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Magician, Six of Cups, look at that, and 10 of Cups, of course. We want to feel good right now. We want to feel good tomorrow, too, okay? I think what we're doing here is we're finding a way to we're discovering a beauty. We're discovering a love, a happiness. We're discovering, it feels like a new life, right? And I think that we're realizing that it's up to us, right? We've got this Magician back here. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, there we go. Ace of Swords. So we are discovering it. And we're not doing it. We're not getting our calculator out. We're not writing the pros and cons list. We're feeling our way through. Three of Cups now. Look at that. The Tower. And the Adjustment, the Balance, the Libra energy, right? The Justice card. So we are still using our rational energy, right? We still are being discerning. We are still valuing and evaluating everything in our lives, right? So when we say that the Two of Swords is us not really intellectualizing the process and we're trying to feel our way to this water energy, right? We're what this looks like to me is one of them dowsing rods, right? Or what I think that's what they're called, right? Where you hold it and you're holding it out like this and it kind of dips down where there's water. That's what this looks like to me. And this is what it's kind of pointing at is we're finding this water. I feel like we're uncovering this incredible new life and we're searching around in the mud for it, you know? And we're in this situation now that is, we're realizing that this isn't where I want to stay. Okay, I got to find the water because I want these crops to grow. These are all the seeds that we've planted, right? And so I feel like we're kind of out here with our metal detector or our dowsing rod trying to find that treasure, right? Trying to find that incredible water energy, that love, that beauty, that harmony, that satisfaction, that pleasure, that long-term success and long-term satisfaction and fulfillment. Okay, and this is going to feel so much better because we have struggled for it, because it's something that we had to put in work toward. Now let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to set it over here, our very own Kelly Kapoor, right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. And if at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card might be, put your prediction down in the comments, okay? Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. All right. Let's look at our major arcana first. We've got Magician, Tower, and the Adjustment card. Very interesting. We we see the tower here, and the tower's in the position of what we don't want. Well, we don't want destruction. We don't want upheaval. We don't want our life to be completely upended. But in order to discover water, in order to find the buried treasure, you got to break the ground. You got to turn over some dirt here, right? So we need that card because we have to realize that some things have to fall away. Some things have to be disassembled in order for us to see the truth and the reality underneath it. Okay, so this is kind of the very necessary disruption and upheaval that we have to turn over some dirt if we're going to find the buried treasure. All right, speaking of treasure, we've got the Magician card. And the Magician is Mercury, Hermes, the Lord of Commerce, the Lord of business transactions, and really has a way of finding money, right? This is kind of a salesman sort of energy. This is kind of This is kind of saying that you've got a nose for business, It's the magician energy that is responsible for taking whatever we see here and making it something successful. So we're turning over the dirt, right? We're analyzing our life. We're really looking at things. We're kind of getting rid of stuff that we don't want anymore. Energetically, then I think also physically too. I think you've been kind of going through like old boxes and stuff lately. And we're learning to find those things of value. And I think the magician can pick out those things that are valuable. It's like you got a bunch of old coins. The magician's the one that knows which ones are valuable, right? The magician is also the one that kind of knows that whatever we find, this is our material. This is what we have to work with. When we take off all this stuff that we know is not meant for me, not part of who I am, we analyze ourselves, we uncover our true essence and energy, we know that what is there is what we have to work with. And the magician can take that like a basket of ingredients, right? Whatever's in there, we're going to use it to create the most spectacular thing, okay? And to me, it really does feel like this magician is the one with the metal detector, right? Going through the yard here and looking for the treasure. Okay, I think that's really a good card, especially in the background position, because this tells me too that you've taken control of your life. That you're saying, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to find exactly who I am, and I'm going to realize my true path. I'm going to figure this out, not by over-intellectualizing. See, we've got an Ace of Swords too. Not by over-intellectualizing, but by feeling it. Feeling what's right for me, feeling what I enjoy, feeling what kind of life I even want. The Ten of Cups is that ideal life of happiness. And it's right before you. It's kind of like you can see it in the distance, this perfect picture of life. Exactly everything you want. Perfect happiness. The ideal of happiness, right? The dream come true, the dream life. And you see it out there in your future, and you're working toward it. Every step you take is a step toward that. Every shovel in the dirt is just one step closer to your ideal life. And I really, I meant that this is us kind of enjoying today, feeling that today is the best day of our life, and then I want to create more of those days. I want this to be an incredible new life that's I'm not just finding one little piece of treasure and saying, oh, okay, wow. I'm gonna go out to eat or something. No, this is finding something that it's going to last for a long time. Okay, so this isn't just feeling good today. It's something that's long term. There has to be a long-term plan here, right? It's a longevity here that we're searching for. So we've got the Libra energy, the adjustment, right? And this is valuing things. We find a lot of things with our metal detector. We put them in the scales there, and you weigh them, what we think is gold. We weigh it against like a standard of gold, and oh yeah, it's the same weight. This is real, We have to be discerning. We have to evaluate for ourselves every moment, every choice we make. We have to ask ourselves, is this pure gold? Is this giving me the opportunity to go toward my perfect happiness? Is this helping me get there? Or is this setting me back? Is it fool's gold? right? Or is this real gold? And so I think that it's very important for us to have this discernment. See, we're not kicking the intellect right out the window. We just need that higher discernment, that ability to evaluate honestly the things that we are interacting with in our life. Okay? And of course, we know the tower is there. The tower is kind of the revelation, right? Something really is being uncovered here, because we see that with the destruction of the tower, there is truth. The reality is underneath the facade, right? The things that we're getting rid of, the things that are being torn down, is revealing your true essence, your true power, your true destiny, what path you're kind of meant to be on, right? And the magician is that kind of essence. The magician can enter into combination with any other force in the universe and master it, right? It does not change its essence. It's like the mercury, it's like quicksilver, right? So it's your ability to adapt to every situation. Well, we've got to be conscious of what we're adapting to. You know, being an adaptable or being a flexible person is very good, but we shouldn't adapt to everything. You know, there are some things that we should say, no, I'm not adapting to this. You know, so we have to weigh the options. Is this something that I need to enter into combination with, or is this something that I should just avoid? So we need that Libra energy at the end. We don't have any wands. We have definitely some cups, right? Some good water energy here. We've got a little bit of air. We've got a little bit of earth. I think the water energy is really what it's about. And this is having a life that is just full of connection, full of love, full of peak experiences, full of novelty. It's full of these very good days. And it's kind of with the Six of Cups at the top of the path of the dove, it feels like we're really just looking for that. I just want a good day. You know, I just want to have a feeling that right now in this moment, I wouldn't change anything, right? And I think you're getting that day, but you're getting a lot of those days. It's kind of a new way of you living day to day, of having a lot of these best days, right? If today is the best day you've ever had, tomorrow's going to be even better, right? And so I think it's a fundamental shift in your attitude, where it's not like we're not really trying to invoke our rational mind and say, what path should I take? Should I go left or should I go right? Okay, and in some ways we're just kind of going straight down. We realize that the buried treasure is within us. It's not in the left or the right choice in front of us. That doesn't take away from this idea of choice here. This is a higher form of the Two of Swords. Okay, this is true spiritual evaluation. It's a judgment card. Right? But we're not judging superficially. We're not judging based on appearances. It's not that kind of judgment. It's a true spiritual judgment where we're not judging something's intrinsic worth or value, but only its relative value to us. Is this right for me or not? And to make that, to have that kind of judgment, we need to be in touch with our spiritual essence. And that's why I think the Two of Swords has that lunar crescent at the top there. Okay, very important. There is a choice before you. I think you are at a crossroads, and you've got to make the right choice here. You've got to use your spiritual discernment to make this choice. Go toward the path of your happiness. Go toward the path of your absolute fulfillment. Okay, I know there's part of you that just wants this Four of Pentacles. You just want safety, security, stability. Right? You want a good foundation. You want to feel safe, and you want to feel that things are familiar and things are okay, right? And this is very good. There's nothing wrong with this. And I wonder if this is kind of the choice, part of the choice, that we can either start digging or we can just say, no, things are fine the way they are. I don't really want to rebuild anything. I don't want anything different. Okay? We could choose to not choose. We could choose to not act, right? The other thing I think this choice is doing, it's kind of even pointed like this, right? It's either the Six of Cups or the Ten of Cups. So maybe this is saying, look, you can have one good day today, can be the best day of your life, or we could keep going. and we can move toward this life of happiness, not just one day, but every day. Right? So maybe this is part of the choice too. That really we just kind of, we have this Four of Pentacles life. Sometimes we experience a peak, we experience a good day here and there. Or what if we just got rid of those and we just said, I'm going this way. And I'm sacrificing what might be a pleasant day today to go after my long-term, ultimate, spiritual, complete fulfillment and satisfaction, all 10 cups, right? I don't just want one good day, I want every day to be a good day, right? So it's kind of like we're maybe sacrificing the sure thing to take that risk on something that could be, oh, so much more, that incredible life, but it's a gamble, kind of, right? There's no guarantee. So, if we try to intellectualize it, if we try to use our rational mental energy, I think we're going to probably err on the side of caution. We're going to stay in our Four of Pentacles life, and we'll be happy to satisfy some desires here and there. But really what we want is that 10 of Cups. Now, to get the 10 of Cups, we've got to be willing to turn over the dirt. We've got to be willing to grab our shovel and start digging, you know. And to do that, we need our Ace of Swords. We've got to have that clarity. This is a card that says, I don't know the answers, and I'm okay with that. Okay? You know the kind of potential that life has. This is the Three of Cups in the position of the environment. And that's what you want. You want a situation, you want a relationship with the environment that's going to give you not one Six of Cups, but everything will be a Six of Cups. Everything will be connection and pleasure and community. Right? There's a lot of potential out there in the world for you. And it's up to you if we're going to stay in the Four of Pentacles or if we're going to go out and try to maximize the potential, try to fulfill all of our kind of deep spiritual soul desires. Okay? And I think this is really a crossroads in your life if we're going to kind of stay where we are and just make the best of it, or if we're going to take the risk and, you know, maybe start something new. Maybe we're going in a little bit of a different direction with our life, but that's the life that has the most potential to it. We know what could be. We know what's here. What's here is Four of Pentacles. We know that. It's predictable. Out there, unpredictable, but it's oh so much better, right? But it's not guaranteed. So I feel like we're uncovering this incredible new life that is beyond belief, and it takes a little bit of disbelief. It takes a little bit of kind of not knowing, a little bit of accepting the unknown. There's clarity with the Ace of Swords, but it's not the clarity of having all the answers. It's not the clarity that says, I can see everything, I know what's going to happen, not worried about it. No, this is saying, I'm choosing to just be okay not knowing the answers. We don't have to know all the answers. We're following our heart. We're feeling our way forward. And I feel like the Three of Cups is kind of like this rocket ship. It looks like rocket boosters, right? And it's just, you know, we're following our bliss. We're following our heart here, okay? And yeah, it might disrupt our lives a little bit. It's gonna be tower moments, right? We're gonna dig in this dirt, and maybe we're gonna find things about life, about ourselves we don't like. Maybe we're gonna have to, you know, end things or start new things. It's just gonna be sometimes a little bit of chaos, right? But that's what these breakthrough moments are. And this is really, to me, feels like a celebration. It doesn't feel like this is anything negative at all. It feels like this is, you're digging in the dirt, you find a treasure, or you find a little piece of a treasure, and this is that celebration. This is, eureka, I found it. You're going to dig faster, right? So I feel like this is kind of a scary thing, though, because we feel like this is, you know, there's anticipation, there's anxiety. Am I going to find anything? Am I not going to find anything? So we keep digging, and it's just, you know, we're almost afraid of finding the treasure because we know our life is going to be completely different. right? And part of us, like I said, wants that predictability, wants that comfort and familiarity of the Four of Pentacles. So in some ways, that's why the Tower's in this position of kind of what we don't want. That's the obstacle, is just all that excitement, all that change, all that disruption that's going to happen if you do find something. Right? Because then it's kind of like, now it's a whirlwind, you know? But now it's going to be even more important that we invoke this adjustment energy. Okay? And I think that there really is some kind of a life-changing decision that's before you. It's a life that says, you know, if you follow this direction, you've got to make the right moves, you've got to make the right connections, you've got to, you know, you got to handshake with the right people, and you can have your 10 of Cups. Or we can stay here and we can do the 4 of Cups and we can still have good days, you know. But this is something beyond expectations. This is something that is just the extreme of the path, you know, the extreme fulfillment, the absolute best. But it's going to take a lot of networking, you know. The Libra energy here is very much about those connections that we make. Partnerships, agreements, coming into contact with other energies and knowing how to benefit from those, you know, knowing how to utilize those. It's contracts, it's agreements, you know, it's like a big sale, you know. It's knowing, and like I said, with Mercury is kind of that salesperson, you know. It's kind of like being able to make the right deals, you know, along the way. And it's a risk. Not everything's going to work out exactly right. But this is worth trying, you know, to get this ultimate, and this, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're a business person, maybe this is just a family thing or just a life thing generally. It's worth the risk, you know. And we've got to make a lot of the right moves. It's like a lot of things have to align perfectly for this to really manifest. This 10 of Cups, right? Maybe we'll only hit a 9. That's okay too, you know. I want to look at the mystery card. I wonder if it's going to be a 2 of Cups. Well, let's see. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I'm thinking 2 of Cups, but maybe an Ace of Cups would be nice too. We've got a 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is good. It is not completely abandoning the intellect. See, the swords are still on the boat, right? We're taking our mind with us. We're taking our rational thought, our intelligence, our reason with us. But we're on the water. We're following the water. We're choosing to go downriver. You know, we're choosing to go on this journey, rather than staying on the shore where it's safe, where we kind of, I know what's here, I can predict what's going to happen, I know what this life is going to be. This is us getting on the boat and taking the journey. And we're excited for the potential, we're nervous about the risks, but it's almost as if this is what our spirit is calling us toward. You know, this is good. We're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. There's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Capricorn are usually every Thursday and Sunday. I feel like you have this opportunity kind of in your life right now. And I felt that I had to come back in the studio and do a reading for you as a bonus reading. Because I don't know if this is something that's happening quickly or something that there's a window of time or something that you've got to kind of make this decision. Don't think it through, because we're going to end up talking ourselves out of it. This is something you've got to feel. If you feel it, do it. All right? Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.